Hello, everybody. Dylan Geddes here with Gnarled Iron Forge. Real quick, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for checking this little channel out. I've been getting a lot of subscriptions lately, and I gotta say, while I split some kindling to get the forge running because I didn't want to make a video just thanking you all. Well, I did. I did want to make a video thanking each and every one of you because, oh my gosh, I'm chuffed to bits. It's seriously I don't know. Sorry, thank you all so much for joining my little journey here. So my current goal with the channel is to get to like 500 subs. I know that seems like a lot to me. Like I woke up this morning and I'm over 200 already, which is just mind blowing, right? It's insane. But if I get to 500 subs, then I can start monetizing this channel, and then that would allow me to, depending on how much money I make off of that, buy better camera equipment, buy better lighting, pay for coal, which is kind of expensive. But as I split this stuff up, if you guys do want to support the channel in any way, I'm not trying to ask for donations. I don't necessarily enjoy that. I might do a Patreon at some point later on when I get larger, just if people want to, send a little bit of money. And then obviously there will be things to do, but that's later. That's later. That's later. If you do want to support it though, I do commission work and I do sales and stuff like that. I do sell my products. I do sell all of these. Like these aren't done yet, but these little snails that I make. If you guys are coming from Bensei, I do make the roses. I do make like cheaper ones and more expensive ones. I also make bottle openers and such like that. Hooks, just anything blacksmithing related, essentially. So if you do want to support, um, consider hitting me up on Facebook. I do also have an Etsy page, and I'll link everything down below. Because like that's kind of what I do is I supply a product, and if you guys want to support this little business that I got going on here, I would so greatly appreciate it, and I just appreciate you stopping by. Even if you don't want to, even if you don't have the money, because I understand that the economy currently is bleh. If you guys want to, just consider subscribing, liking the video. That all does truly help immensely, and I deeply appreciate each and every one of you. Anyway, today I'm going to be forging a Russian rose. A Russian rose is the thing that I sent to Instructor Bensei, and I'm going to forge it entirely by hand. Now, this one's going to be a little smaller. This is the piece that I cut off to make his, and I'm going to be making a smaller one. And I want to show you guys how to make one entirely by hand. I think you'll enjoy that. Anyway, so stick around. I'm gonna get all this this kindling cut and get the forge lit up because woo, it's cold. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope this video proves enjoyable for you all. Thanks for joining. And that's why we check if it's on. So the first step, isolating our material. Yeah, look at all this stuff gets set up. This why you want to here is this one. Now we're just rounding this out. Now you got your stem. Now we're gonna go ahead and start cutting all of the petals. That's why I got my hot cut here. You don't want to go too deep with these. Oh. like so. And the length of the petals will get larger as we go, because these petals here will be the ones on the inside of the rosebud, and these ones will be on the outside. And then we just continue that all the way up. Done with that. Got all of our petals cut. Now we're gonna go through with a cross peen and get all the texture while less widening the petals. Now, when you're putting all of this texture in and you want to see how it's getting a curve on it, when you want to straighten it out, use a rawhide mallet on some wood, and that will make sure that you don't mar up any of your lovely texture you just put in. There we go. Ah! Don't be a blacksmith if you don't like burning yourself. Right on. So that's all of our petals done. Now we're gonna go ahead, heat these petals up down here. And we're gonna bend this around, and then we're gonna start wrapping it up. And the way that we're gonna wrap it up is we're gonna take it over either the step of the anvil over here and strike down with the cross peen to create that corner, or sometimes I like to put my, I have a little swage that goes into the hardy hole that I sometimes like to use as well. Hopefully you'll be able to see that just fine. Now remember the side that you have all of that texture on, you want that facing down because you want that facing outwards. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I gotta bend the stem down first. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna use my smaller hammer for this. Ah. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can see it very well, but we got that bent down. Now we're gonna go ahead and start rolling. There we go. You can see how that first one got rolled up. I'm still not very well good at this, but I'll get there. Alrighty, so we're gonna refine this. We're gonna get this a little, well, we're gonna refine this a little bit, get this a little tighter on the inside, because this will kind of dictate the rest of the rose. Now we're gonna continue bending these up. Once you get the rhythm down, you can kind of see it start to form. Now, when I'm striking the rose itself, here, let me get a little pointer. I'm striking in here. You can still see all of these lines up in here. I'm doing my best to only strike here to keep all of this texture intact. My friends, a rose for thee. Pretty simple, straightforward. That took me about half an hour to do, which I'd say isn't too bad. Now what I like to do, straighten it up on the edge of the anvil. You could even go a little over if you want, just to give it that nice organic look. Instead, we're gonna start working on this stem, and I have kind of a cool idea for it. This is my favorite part about blacksmithing, is no two pieces that I make are ever the same. So, say this one here is much wider because I drew it out first, and there's more petals, but they're thinner. Now, I haven't done anything with the stem yet because I normally like to leave that up to the customer. So if somebody wants to purchase this, I would ask them, would you like the stem to stay normal? Would you like a scroll? Would you like it to be twisted? What would you like? Because I can always just make this into a square once again and twist the whole thing to give it that look if they desire. Start off with a simple scroll. Now, a lot of the times I like to leave it like this because with all the hammer textured in there, makes it look very natural, but I have something fun that I want to try. We're gonna make a little stand for it. This is gonna be weird. Where'd they go? Where did I put them? I didn't record any of that! No! Oh my gosh, what is... You can't make this up. Alright, so all I did was bend this around with my scrolling tongs. And, yeah, that's literally all I did. So I'm like I said previously when you guys weren't listening, because you couldn't. I'm gonna go ahead and get this wire wheeled, and then I'm gonna get a beeswax finish put on there, and I will get back to you guys with the finished product. In case anybody's curious, my favorite part. Just hot covering it in beeswax. What this does is similar to the pores on your skin. The steel expands ever so slightly. You bake that beeswax right into it, soaks into the steel and makes it nice and rust resistant. Now, it's not rust proof, but it will resist rust quite a bit. And normally when it does rust, it sort of generates this like wonderful like orangish patina. It doesn't look like that like really bright rusty crap, you know what I mean? It kind of gets a nice weathered patina. Anyway, don't worry, I normally don't do it over my anvil. I'll clean all that off. But that, my friends, is the finished rose. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all so much for joining me on my lovely little journey here. Next year, I have an entire apprenticeship lined up for the entire year with the lovely Helderberg blacksmith, Noah Corey. Please, if you don't know any of the stuff that he does, go to Facebook and look up Helderberg blacksmith. Trust me. All right, so that concludes our little Thanksgiving special, I guess. I'm not really too big on all those things. Just spending a lot of time with family, eating some good food. Always a good time. Anyway, if you like the video, please like it. If you dislike the video, feel free to dislike it. Let me know why in the comments down below as to why you either liked it or disliked it, so that way I might better make content for all you lovely individuals in the future. It's been a good day. It's been a very good day. There's been a lot going on recently with the channel, which is wild, which is really, really wild. And I deeply, deeply appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every one of you for stopping by. Really, it means a lot. Even if you don't stick around, I understand my content is hit or miss. It mostly hit, just because I hit steel a lot, but, you know, whatever. Also, I need to get some new batteries for the GoPro, because it keeps shutting off. And the reason why I'm currently filming my outro in my truck is because, first of all, I don't smoke inside, and I may or may not enjoy a filthy cigar every now and then. So finishing off my Thanksgiving with a nice cigar and just relaxing, a little bit of meditation, a little bit of contemplation. I'm currently considering the direction that I want to go as a YouTube channel, because I like where we're at. I like what we're doing, and we're seeing some steady growth, which is wild to me. And like I said, I truly appreciate all of you for stopping by. But let me know in the comments down below what kind of content that you guys like to see, and specifically like anything that you guys would want me to forge. I would love to hear your ideas in the comments, and whatever you guys would like to see me forge, I'll give it a whirl. Worst case scenario, you guys watch me horribly fail, right? Anyway, I won't keep you guys any longer. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. The goal is 500 subscribers, and we're on our way. And as soon as I can monetize the channel, you'll probably see a bump in quality, because all of the money that I get from the channel will be put right back into it. And if you want to support me personally as a small business, then you can check me out on Facebook, Etsy, all that jazz. I'll try to do my best to link down below all of those pages, so that way you can order a piece from me if you do so desire, and if you deem my work as worthy. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving and probably ate too much food, because I know I did. Have a good day.